drum started with my research for my thesis, where I wanted to get more information about what came before me. Was it just me, or was it just like 10 years back, or was it 30 years back? And so from talking to a couple of my elders who believed in oration and this whole idea of oral traditions, I was able to get some of the footage first from them just telling me a few stories, and then I started linking it, and then after a while I realized that there's a continuum from 1932 to now, and I was in that continuum, but I was the hybrid of all of these different voices. So drum was my way of giving homage, celebrating the different styles that came before me that were black dance entities.
Now you say 1930 to now. I noticed a lot of traditional tribal African dance in that show. You know, so obviously there were some influences pre 1930. I mean, you know, there had to have been. I mean, what was that like, incorporating that stuff into modern dance, which is what you do?
African dance came to DC around the late 60s, early 70s, around that time where I guess like Black Power, Black Pride was kicking in. So a lot of the Sex or African communities here are West African. So a lot of the teachers who were teaching, it was West African movement that a lot of us got. It wasn't until later that I started getting like North Africa or East Africa, but most of it was African dance. So the ostrich dance and things like that, a lot of the like Rafiki Dance Theater, Kankuran, Koyaba, all of them trained us in that and told us stories about some of the pieces, and one of them was ostrich dance. And so
that was the one.
I got to do ostrich dance before I stopped dancing, and then I was one of the few that in the city that knew what it was. So I wanted to keep that heritage going by passing the torch and letting somebody else wear the feathers.
Great. And last question, what do you hope the audience takes away from you?
We're here. Come see us. Just a human experience. It's like, it's very universal. Like, people are like, is Dissonance trying to be a black dance company? What are you trying to do? And I was like, all of this is an ethnic language. And so if you look at it as all of this is ethnic language, ethnic being people, then if we all learn a universal language, and we all can get to know each other a little bit better through our own personal stories or human stories. So them to walk away knowing that if they've been touched, then that's one step bringing all of us together.